And here we go. It's a day after the nationwide broadcast, okay, of the frequencies. A lot of people reported that they had ringing in the ear that they never got, and they just had an unsettled feeling, like their body just didn't feel right. Okay, I'm going to have another video maybe tomorrow talking about these frequencies and, you know, what's going on with them. But I want to talk about real quick, I have a person that we follow. He's called the Health Ranger, Mike Adams. And Mike Adams is on record saying that he will not be flying in any planes, especially private planes. He says that it's very easy to alter the gasoline in a private plane, you know, to make it crash. Like if you just add just a little bit of water or something like that, he says, into the gas, that it will cause your plane to stutter and die, and it will cause your plane to crash. Okay? Now, why are we talking about this? Well, remember there was another plane crash when Hillary Clinton was running for senator of New York. Yeah, I said it all right this time. Against Kennedy. And this is what happened.
John F. Kennedy Jr., he was declared the front runner for the New York Senate seat back in 1999. Days later, his plane crashed into the Atlantic Ocean, and his rival, Hillary Clinton, was elected senator.
Died in a plane crash. And she went on to win the Senate seat for New York. And now here we are, right? So I've been kind of looking at these plane crashes lately as a major suspect. So Doug Larson is a senator from South Dakota. If you guys didn't know, he's been an advocate for more testing on the mRNA vaccine. Here's Doug Larson in front of Congress just the other day talking about the mRNA vaccine, the boosters, and a story from a friend.
Pleasure of sitting down with a friend of mine who had about a year ago had died. I'd never had a chance to sit down with somebody that had been dead before, and I found it interesting when he explained that what it was like to wake up in the hospital after being dead, and the doctor coming up and shaking his hand and saying, "You are the first person that I've ever gotten to shake the hand of that had suffered from cardiac death, instant cardiac death. Not arrest, but death." They spoke for a moment, and he said, I have one question for you. And he'd asked him if he'd ever been vaccinated, specifically to the COVID piece. It was an interesting conversation to have. A year prior to that happening, he had told me that he had no sympathy for the unvaccinated. We talked about that last night, and he said, I've always reserved the right to change my mind. So I think it's a good study.
There you have it. He reserves the right to change his mind. Huh. It's very interesting stuff. So Doug Larson left that Senate meeting, went to Arizona. From Arizona was going back home and stopped in Utah. Fueled up in Utah. I'm not going to say nothing about it. And when they left, this is what happened. The state senator from North Dakota, his wife, and their two youngest children have died in a small plane crash in Utah, officials said on Monday. The plane was carrying Doug Larson and his family, crashed shortly after taking off near Moab, Utah, where the aircraft had stopped to refuel on Sunday evening. The pilot of the plane also died in the crash, police said. The Larsons were visiting family in Scottsdale, Arizona. The Grand County Sheriff's Office posted a statement on Facebook saying that they were notified about a plane going into the ground shortly after taking off from the Canyonlands airfield about 15 miles north of Moab at approximately 20:30 local time, which is 2:30. Sheriff's deputies and the Moab Fire Department and paramedics responded to the scene. Mr. Larson's death was first confirmed by North Dakota's Senate Majority Leader David Hogue in an email to his colleagues, according to the Associated Press. I'm not sure where the bereavement starts with such tragedy, but I think it starts with prayers for the grandparents, surviving stepchild of Senator Larson, the extended family of Doug and Amy. Mr. Hogue said, "Hold your family close today." The aircraft was located in a remote area bordering the airport, according to the Grand County Sheriff's Office. The media account for the National Transportation Safety Board said on X, formerly known as Twitter, that they were investigating the October 1st crash of a Piper PA-28-140 airplane near Moab, Utah. He was elected into the Senate in 2020. He's a conservative Republican. He chaired the Senate panel on industry and business legislation and also served in the North Dakota National Guard. Here's a guy who was trying to sound the alarm about the vaccines. You can believe whatever you want about his sudden plane crash. And I did explain earlier that our friend, or not friend, but a person that we follow and have for quite some time, Mike Adams, the health ranger, has been very clear about these small private planes, and how they can be compromised very easily to cause death. Now, I don't know if you guys know this know about this or not, but Kobe Bryant, from what I heard, from some backstory stuff that I heard, please look into it yourself, but Kobe Bryant was actually getting ready to blow the whistle on Big Pharma. Something to do about his daughter and some medication that she got and some stuff that he deep dived into, and he found out some very, very interesting stuff. And he was about to blow the lid off of that stuff, and he died in a helicopter crash. These are all just coincidences. Okay? I found this story very interesting. I wanted to bring it to you guys. I'm going to leave you guys with some very other interesting stories on the way out. Stay vigilant out there. Just remember, the most capable hand is at the end of your wrist, and no one is going to love you or your family more than yourself. Okay? We'll see you guys on the next video. I'm going to talk about some frequencies on the next video. Don't miss it. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel if you're unsubscribed. YouTube has been unsubscribing us, y'all, from our channel. Facebook, too, has been hiding our videos. Please share the videos with your friends. Make sure you're subscribed. You have all notifications turned on, and you check in with us on the daily. The next video might be pretty good. If it's just some good information about these frequencies, and then I got some more stuff planned for you guys this week, okay? Smash that thumbs up on the way out, and make sure that you're staying vigilant out there.
Mary Mahoney was a Clinton White House intern. She knew enough of the inner workings of Bill's sexual advancements to be a star witness during the Clinton impeachment trials. She was brutally executed at a Starbucks she was managing in 1997. In 1993, White House counsel Vince Foster was found dead in Fort Marcy Park near D.C. He supposedly killed himself, and among a lengthy list of potential foul play, the bullet was never found. Then there's James McDougal, a key witness for White House prosecutors. He was serving his 3-year sentence for bank fraud at the Fort Worth Federal Medical Center in Texas. And just before he was to give a testimony before the grand jury, McDougal suffered a heart attack in solitary confinement. In 2015, Walter Scheib, a White House chef hired under Bill Clinton, joined the list. His body was found at the bottom of a river, nearly 2 miles from the base of the trail he was reportedly hiking. An autopsy determined that Scheib's death was accidental drowning, but he might have known too much. 27-year-old Democratic National Committee staffer Seth Rich was shot and killed in D.C. There is speculation that he was the source of the controversial leaked emails allegedly sent by DNC staffers, and that he may have been murdered in retaliation. Then Sean Lucas, the lead attorney in a fraud case against the DNC, was found lying on the bathroom floor by his girlfriend when she returned home on August 2nd. His death was reported classified, pending the results of an autopsy.
Was first elected to the city's Board of Supervisors in 1969 and ran unsuccessfully for mayor twice. Feinstein became the city's acting mayor under tragic circumstances after the 1978 assassination of Mayor George Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk.